Hello once again to my fellow H.O. slot car racing fans. This is Mark Natividad over at West Coast Slot Cars in Los Angeles, California, with another wonderful video. Hello everybody, how's it going? And I hope everybody is doing a lot of racing because I sure am. And before I start today's content and what the video is about, I would just like to acknowledge and say thank you so much to all of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have hit 200 subscribers and I've actually exceeded that and it's still climbing. But I would definitely like to say thank you to my 200th subscriber. And the lucky winner is Frank Napolitano. I hope I said your name correctly. But thank you, Frank. I appreciate you and I appreciate everybody else as well. All right, without further ado, today's video is going to be on, there's my subliminal advertising. Dun, dun, dun. Look what I got in the mail. This is the new Bulldog Racing GT chassis from the UK. And I'd like to also say thank you to Terry Flynn over at Hardin Creek. I purchased this car from him and I'm supporting the hobby. So I didn't expect to get this free. So just so you know, get that out of the way. This is the Bulldog Racing chassis from the UK. This is the TOMY replica, but we're going to talk about this one. This is the BDR GT chassis. And there you go. There's Terry Flynn's contact information if you need to get yourself one of these. There you go. All right, without further ado, let's break it open. Let's talk about the chassis a little bit. So I must say that just like anybody else getting a slot car in the mail, I could not wait to get this on the track, and I've already done some laps with it. So I couldn't help it. I'm sure you're the same as me. So there's the new Bulldog Racing chassis. It is a replica, basically the most modern version of what we used to call the, or what was called, the TOMY Turbo or the TOMY SRT. And this is a souped up, super souped up version of that car in a Nylotron chassis as well. So no more brittle plastic, better tolerances, a lot more solid. I did run this car on my AFX track and it is so smooth. Oh my goodness. And I know this car is the GT, which was specifically set up for Viper tracks or the continuously routed tracks. But I just want to say it ran really well on my AFX, and depending on your track system, you may have to increase the diameter of the front and or rear tires, just so you know. There is also another version of this chassis. It is the LX version, and that is based more for the home tracks, the AFX track systems and so forth, Lifelike, Tyco, all the above. All right, let's talk about the chassis now. All right, so front end, there you have a Razor O-ring front end, and coming to the motor, this is a what they call the Super 7 motor. So this is a similar, it's a CAN motor, but unlike the Mabuchi motor, this one actually has the Viper armature, has a 6-ohm Viper armature. It has the ceramic magnets, and it also has the Bigfoot brushes, the contact brushes for the armature in the front. So that gives it better contact, and the magnets definitely give it some good downforce on the rail. The rear, the tires on the GT chassis, you get the double hub or double flange. It was a double hub, double flange. You get the double flange rear hubs. Gearing is a 723, so a little bit better gearing. And they put some axle spacers in there, and there's also a gearbox on there, so there's no slippage side to side, and a very smooth running car. All right, let's turn the car over, take a look at the underside here. The low profile pickup shoes, as you can see. Let's see, oh, the magnet, the back magnet, the traction magnet is a P10, I believe, polymer magnet, so really good downforce in this car. And just like all the other cars, the Viper, the Bulldog, it's the most modern car that you can get if you want something very modern. And they run exceptionally smooth, smoother than probably your best TOMY Turbo or smoother than your best SRT. And again, those are plastic chassis, so you may get a good one. I have a few smooth ones, but I had to go through a lot of them to find a smooth one. All right, so there is the chassis in itself. And again, the LX version is the next step down, and that will have a larger front hub, and it has single flange hubs, and it also has the Mabuchi, the regular Mabuchi motor with the non-viper arm, the ceramic magnets, and just the standard brushes. So there's the main differences in the two, but my goodness, it flies. And I'm running my track on a TrackMate power supply, and I've got 30 volts in that, and I set it, I think I had it on 19, and it was flying. So there you have it. There's the car. If you want an updated version of your TOMY or SRT, this is the one. This is the most modern one, and it really performs very well, to say the least. Let's see. I also want to just go over some body fitment. I was messing around and I grabbed some bodies out of my box, and we'll go over a few of them and see how they fit. And this one is this was a G Plus. It was a SRT, I believe, maybe even a TOMY Turbo, and also probably a Mega G in there somewhere. So I got a lot of use out of this body. So let's snap it in and see how it looks. And just trying to figure out what a good body is to run and how it looks. And all right, that fits very well. The body fits very snug. A little bit of up and down rocking, a little bit, but that's tolerable. And as you can see, of course, the profile is pretty high. I mean, doesn't look as realistic as I'd like it to, but that's just me. I would probably race the body if everybody else had a similar body, but I don't know, for performance-wise, I would probably pick something else. So let's move over to something else there. All right, let's put that one aside. Let's go over to the TOMY here. I've got the Corvette, which kind of looks like the Goodwood Corvette. There you go. There's the Corvette. And that looks like it fits a little nicer. There's still a little space there in between the hub and the fender, but it's doable. And that looks pretty good. I definitely like the black hubs on this car. So nice. Body fits snug. Seems like a little bit of rocking front to back, but not bad. I would definitely use that car to take this body around the track. All right, let's move over to the M1. This is the M1 BMW, and this was also a TOMY car, maybe even an SRT at once. I'm not sure if that was specifically a G+, but ooh, look at that. That seems like it fits the best. It looks the best. The profile looks pretty good. Of course, I would prefer a little bit lower, maybe a hair in there. But then again, the body's great. There are several of these bodies that you can get. So I would definitely use this body for racing, just all the way around. That's even one missing the lower part of the spoiler there, but it still works. Let's see, it fits very snug. No rocking, not very little rocking side to side, front to back. So that's a very snug body. So I definitely would use that body. All right, let's move over to a few more here. I have a GT40 body, and this is a Mega G. It's one of my customs there. There you go, very timely for the times that we live in, Purell livery. All right, so hey, at least I know it's my car. All right, so that actually fits really good as well. And the profile looks good. It fits in there very snug. There's very little, hardly any movement in the body wobbling on the mounts there. So that's definitely a good racing body. I would definitely, so far, use the M1 BMW, and I would also use the GT40 body as well. And last but not least, just a little something I'm playing around with. I got this in the mail. It's an Auto World body. Good job, Auto World. Nice graphics, very sharp. It looks pretty cool if you're into the tuner cars. A little bit high profile on the body. And let's see if it rocks a little bit. It does that little tilt front to back, a little bit side to side. But, again, if everybody has that body or a similar body, then I think the racing would be fair. So there you have it. There's a few bodies that you can try out. Of course, hey, if you've got more, try them out, see how they fit, and of course, to your liking. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. And thank you all once again for watching the video. Thank you for your patience. And please keep on viewing. Subscribe, hit like, please share your comments. This is one way that I get to share this wonderful hobby with everybody. And I love doing the videos. So there you go. We'll have to go into full production one day. Just need more content. But anyways, there you have it. The Bulldog GT chassis, Bulldog Racing GT chassis over from made in the UK, or a UK brand. And thank you again to Terry Flynn at Hardin Creek. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. And keep on racing slot cars. Be well. And I will be signing out. Once again, this is Mark Natividad over at West Coast Slot Cars in Los Angeles, California, saying goodbye for now.